very good Monday morning to everyone out there. Hope you all had a wonderful, happy Easter weekend. We're rolling into the new work week with a very active pattern taking over here now. And we're going to jump right into. It's Landon here with you this morning, bringing you your weather and odd forecast from Ohio Valley Insurance. You can get a view at the latest surface map, folks. We've got a warm front that is draped out along and north of the region. We got a cold front located off to our west, placing us firmly in what's known as the warm sector of this weather maker. All right, so we'll bring some tools up here to kind of give you the roundabout view of what's going to be going on. Areas of low pressure over the Great Plains going to be gaining more momentum as we work throughout the day. Is going to try to pull off here to the north and east. We're going to see another surface low that's going to develop down here and pull off to the north and east as well, and have an oriented cold front that's going to be blasting east through the area, but not until we work into Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday evening. All right, there's still numerous question marks as this is a very difficult forecast, but we could be looking at, in fact, unfolding a multi-day severe weather event here across the WABBLES area. All right, so let's jump out here and let's get a look at how things are unfolding early this morning. We'll kick things off overlooking Bowling Green. The White Squirrel Weather Nest Cam overlooking WKU as well. You can already see the blanket of clouds that we've already got in here, and that's pretty much going to be the weather story throughout the day. A deep southerly flow is going to keep us very warm in the great outdoors as well. We can take a jog down south from Bowling Green and look over Adairville, southeastern side of Logan County. B.H. James Distillery Sky Cam. Nice view of the cloud cover. That's got us all socked in out there this morning as well. Temperatures have stayed up overnight. It is a warm start for us, and as typical for this time of year, the warm and humid air mass that is going to be in place will be priming up our atmosphere for the possibility of those strong and severe storm chances here over the next 24 to 48 hours. We're already located right around the mid, even a few of us already creeping up into the upper 60s region-wide. Highs this afternoon will be climbing up to right around that 80-degree mark, so it is going to be very warm out there. That is for sure. Looking at the surface map throughout the day, this is kind of the setup. We're going to be right along the southeastern edge of where the severe weather threat risk lies. That's not just going to be valid throughout today, folks. Our time of focus here is very late tonight all the way through Tuesday evening, okay? So you can kind of see the setup though, deepening low pressure across the Great Plains. Again, you will note we are south of the warm front. We are east of the cold front, where that deep southerly flow is going to be pumping all that warm, moist air up and into our vicinity out of the Gulf of Mexico. Jumping over here and looking at the latest model guidance, let's get into this complicated weather maker, shall we? Work throughout the day. We're going to have some scattered, robust hit-and-miss showers, maybe a few hit-and-miss storms coming along with it throughout the day, but we do believe that the severe risk will be mitigated. Some of us might not even get in on any rainfall throughout the day, but let it be known, some hit-and-miss, light to moderate rain showers, maybe a stray rumble of thunder or two, cannot be ruled out. Attention is going to go on to the overnight hours, and we have our models that are not in quite agreement. We've got one of two scenarios that we're going to look at that we're favoring unfolding. We'll get into the depths of that here in just a moment, but we're showing you the synoptic, the big picture overlay of what's going to create this threat for us. We roll throughout the overnight, and then we get into our Tuesday morning. We might have an initial round of strong and severe storms that roll through here during the pre-dawn hours of Tuesday morning. Then as we progress throughout our Tuesday, the more prominent severe weather threat is going to be coming along with this deepening area of low pressure and associated warm front. Well, if I can get this technology to work with me here, we might be able to showcase exactly what it is that I'm talking about. So here we go. Looking at mid-afternoon on Tuesday, this cold front is going to be blasting through here. The surge of warm, moist air out of our south. Our atmosphere is going to be absolutely jam-packed with both moisture and instability within the atmosphere. This could be creating the possibility of a severe weather concern again late tonight through the pre-dawn hours of Tuesday morning, and then another focus Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday evening whenever the Parrot cold front will be blasting east across the area. So now let's discuss the two different scenarios that our short-range models are hinting at, all right? This is going to make this forecast a real pain. I'll just be completely honest with you. First and foremost, we're looking at the NAM high resolution model. The thing about this model is that it really likes to keep our atmosphere capped off throughout much of this event. Landon, what do you mean by our atmosphere being capped off? As you look throughout the layers of the atmosphere, we are going to have a ribbon of warm air, according to the NAM high res, aloft up into the atmosphere. That is a mitigator of storm development, okay? Air parcels become buoyant as they go throughout the atmosphere. Think of a hot air balloon. The colder the area surrounding that warm air balloon, the higher rate it is going to travel in a vertical motion. With a warm layer of air in place, that inhibits that buoyancy and it keeps the vertical motion mitigated. Therefore, our thunderstorms cannot develop. Take a look at what the NAM high res is showcasing. We go throughout the day with hit and miss, light scattered rain showers, maybe a stray rumble of thunder. But folks, look at tonight. We go throughout tonight, nothing. Light scattered rain showers. We continue throughout the early morning hours. Here we are looking at sunrise Tuesday. It is keeping us nearly dry throughout the entirety of the overnight. And then as we work into our Tuesday, here comes the passing cold front blasting through. And Tuesday afternoon, as you can see here, we got some discrete cells starting to develop. And then very quickly, it congeals out into a very robust line of a squall line or a QLCS, where we've got all these little kinks along the line of a broken line of strong and severe storms that then blast south and east through the region. All right, then you can see here by the time we work into our Wednesday, the bulk of this is going to track off to the east, but northwest flow coming in behind the cold front is going to bring yet another taste of winter. Yes, I wish I was joking. Potential for high some 35 degrees colder than what we're going to see today, between the upper 40s and lower 50s, but we'll focus more on that here in just a moment. So that's scenario number one, all right? We get some light scattered rain and storms in here throughout the day. Overnight, staying nearly dry, and then Tuesday afternoon and evening, it brings the line through here. The HRRR and some of our other high-res models are showing a more concerning scenario that raises the level of concern for both the overnight tonight and again on Tuesday. Here we are working throughout this morning, same as the other model, folks. These speckled reflectivity blossoms as we work throughout this morning with some hit and miss rain and storm chances present. There should not be a severe risk coming along with these. Then we work throughout the late afternoon and then into the overnight, and here comes our initial round of storms from the west. This is what we were talking about, the differentiation, folks. The NAM wasn't showing anything at all at this time. And looky here, as we progress through the pre-dawn hours of our Tuesday morning, we get the first round of strong and severe storms through here. Then as we work throughout Tuesday morning, after sunrise, we get another round that blows through here. We'll have to keep close eyes on. And then, folks, look at this concerning picture Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night. Well, you look across the WABBLES community right here and points off to the south and west. It is bringing a round of discrete supercell thunderstorms through our region between the mid and late afternoon hours of our Tuesday. And then it congeals into a powerful line of storms as it tracks northeast across the region. But let's back up here, folks. On this window of these discrete cells developing, that raises a level of concern because supercells are more affiliated with more damage that comes along with thunderstorms. Now, with a lot of thunderstorms, we can still get the damaging straight line winds, and it can cause significant damage. Do not get me wrong. But the discrete cells tend to have a little bit more oomph with some spin in the atmosphere. They have the opportunity to put a tornado down on the ground. Thus why the HRRR resolution that we are seeing is more concerning, and we're kind of leaning at a split of the difference, if you will, to see how those cloud layers and those temperatures unfold to see if the NAM is right keeping that capping inversion in place and preventing that from occurring here for us. Now, something I wanted to point out real quick, folks, is the development of supercell thunderstorms, okay? One of the things I'd like to note is the development of supercells and how they occur. The radar depiction will show up. We'll have a bit of cloud cover here and a little cell will blossom. And then we get a core developing, okay? We have the cores that will develop right here in this location. It's where the heaviest precipitation develops, along with the possibility of a hail core. And then, as the supercell matures, we get outflow occurring, and we also have inflow that sweeps in from either side here. And then rear flanking downdraft wraps around the back side, and we get that rotation right here, better known as the hook echo of the cell, to where the rotation really maximizes, and then it's able to put a good old nadir down on the ground. Now, hopefully this doesn't come to fruition, but we wanted to break down the science here and showcase why that is the most concerning scenario. All right, so let's jump into it and let's give you the timeline and the full breakdown, shall we? Here we are looking at today. The entirety of Wobbles has been labeled in a 1 out of 5 on the severe weather risk scale. This isn't just for today, folks. This focus is for the overnight hours into the pre-dawn hours of our Tuesday. Coming along with it is our hazard probabilities that have been overlaid. For us here in Bowling Green, we have got a severe hail occurring overnight into the pre-dawn hours at 5%, damaging wind probability at 5%, a tornado occurring, 2% probability of that occurring within 25 miles of you. Then we fast forward into our severe weather outlook for tomorrow. As previously mentioned, this is the more concerning outlook. We have been labeled a level 3 out of 5 on the risk scale. That is a enhanced risk on the Storm Prediction Center mode there of their risk categories. Now take a look at the risk probabilities for us Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night. They're definitely more elevated than what we're going to see today into tonight, all right? We've got severe hail occurring. That is hail at least 1 inch in diameter within 25 miles of you at a 15 to 30% probability. Damaging winds is on the cusp to 30 to 45% probability of occurring within 25 miles of you. And our tornado probability outlook. Wobbles is pretty much split in half with a 5 to 10% probability for those right along either side of the I-65 corridor and points eastward of a tornado occurring. So needless to say, we're going to definitely need to keep our eyes on this, folks, and stay weather aware. Have multiple ways of receiving warnings should anything be issued. We will be here with you throughout the duration of event, updating as necessary as always. Another concern we do have with tomorrow's setup and tonight will be the possibility of flash flooding occurring. We have anywhere, folks, from a ½ inch of rainfall falling on some models all the way up to 3 or more inches of rainfall falling. Based on the two different scenarios, it's a wide discrepancy. We have to take what we can get, all right? So let's jump in here and let's focus on your next 5-day weather forecast. Throughout today, we're going to have these speckled hit and miss reflectivity returns on the radar of showers and storm chances. Highs near 80 degrees, not expecting anything severe today. Overnight into the pre-dawn hours of our Tuesday, scattered strong, potentially severe storms, especially across the northern tier of the region. Then progressing throughout Tuesday, it's going to be very warm again with a parent cold front blasting east through the area, elevated and enhanced severe weather risk Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday evening. And then, folks, the bottom's going to drop out. Behind the cold front, northwest winds will be creating very blustery conditions. Much colder throughout our Wednesday. Wind chills are not going to be escaping the 40s. Possibility of some scattered rain showers throughout the day on Wednesday. Maybe a few snowflakes even mixing in throughout our Wednesday night. Thursday will be sunny and even colder. Friday, mid-50s, and to start out the weekend, we'll be right back up between the low and mid-60s. That will wrap up your Monday morning Whether or Not Bowling Green Weather Forecast, April Fool's Edition, brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Stay weather aware. We'll be updating and coming to you as necessary, folks. You all have a great start.